Hi, this is Pastor Dale O'Shills from Church of the Redeemer in Gaithersburg, Maryland. Thank you so much for joining me for our Christmas devotional today. And our verse for today is found in Luke chapter 2, verse 7. She, speaking of Mary, gave birth to her first child, a son. She wrapped him snugly in strips of cloth and laid him in a manger because there was no room for them in the village inn. Think about this. Here is Mary and Joseph, and they are now experiencing the birth of the Christ child. And Mary has obviously been anticipating this day from the time that Gabriel had announced the coming birth to her. It's an amazing moment. And in that moment, they found themselves in a stable and having to give birth to the child and lay him in a manger. That statement, in a manger, is important because it represents to us the very Son of God, the very King of heaven, coming down in the lowliest form and declaring, in fact, that every person is available to him, from the lowest to the highest. We have access to God through Jesus Christ. It was a statement of humility. And in fact, Lucifer had been cast out of heaven because of pride, and Jesus came to earth in humility. Now, pride is something we all deal with at times. It's called sin. Actually, it's the major, perhaps the number one sin of the soul. And the best way to define sin is actually in the spelling of the word itself, S-I-N. At the very center of sin is I, and that's what pride is all about. So in this Christmas season, I want to encourage you to behave like Jesus, to be like Jesus, to adopt the spirit of humility, to come to that place where you are humbly dependent upon God and have a humble attitude in your relationships with other people. You will find that when you walk in humility, God brings exaltation in a proper way to your life. Let's walk in humility as Jesus did.